Hello everyone, Julia here, hello from Sweden and welcome to a new video. In today's video, as promised, I want to show you my planners and journals that I'm going to use in 2024. All the journals that I already started or will continue to use. There are some journals from previous year or even a few years that I will be using also in 2024. And I started a few new journals, and it's quite many different journals as always, and the same as in my previous video about all my finished journals of 2023. I separated them by different categories, and the first one, this 6 journals that you see here, that's my main journals. These are daily and weekly journals, and these are the journals that I'm using the most often, and these are like main journals. Other journals are just some additional journals which I'm going to use from time to time. There are some journals that I use like maybe just a few times a year. I also will show you those journals in the end of this video, but this year these are the main journals. So I will show you now these 6 main journals first. And so I have here a new book journal. This is a new book journal that I just started, and I just decorated the cover of the insert. I'm using an insert from Traveler's Company, a dotted insert, because it's more comfortable to write in this kind of inserts. So this is a dotted white paper insert. And I just decorated the cover. I haven't started it yet, like I didn't add any books yet. But this journal is going to be pretty much exactly the same as my book journal from 2023. You can see flip-throughs of my book journals in the journal flip-through playlist, and also I showed it in the previous video about finished journals. So this is going to be exactly the same, I think. And I don't use this journal daily, of course, but at least on weekly basis I try to update it. Sometimes I forget about it for a while and then add a few books that I read in the end of the month, but I try to update this journal at least once a week, just print covers of the books that I read and add them to this journal. So this is a new book journal, exactly the same as last year. Then I have here my monthly and weekly inserts from Traveler's Company. Again, same as last year, I am using this monthly dated insert as my personal planner. And I already decorated January page here, January spread with the new stickers. It's not really filled yet, I just added a few things, but I will be using this again exactly the same as last year as my monthly planner, like overview of personal things. So I'm going to add here all the personal plans, some concerts, trips, and birthdays, some appointments and stuff like that. And for my personal plans, that's enough. I noticed last year that I don't need anything else for my personal plans. I just want to have this monthly overview, and that's enough. And then also I have here this weekly vertical insert, also from Traveler's Company, also dated one, January to June. And this one is my weekly recap journal. So basically I just write here shortly a few things about each day, like just some things that I did, some memorable moments of the day, or just something that I did during the day. So basically it's just like a weekly recap, a weekly overview of the things that I did, and I started this sometime last year, I think sometime in summer, and I really like this format. I really like to have this weekly overview of the things that I did, so I decided to continue with it this year. And I like to decorate this inserts, and that's one of my favorite parts, just to add some stickers and tapes and stuff like that. So this is my weekly recap journal, also kind of the same as last year. Then I have here my daily journal, and this is like a daily ephemera journal, I would say. So basically here I add all the stuff from different packages, orders that I received, some used try, some new stationery, add here some packaging and stuff like that. Happy mail from friends, some daily ephemera, like if I went somewhere, and just shortly write down something about those things, and sometimes just some good moments of the day, some memorable moments of the day, and just decorate pages with different stickers and things like that. And I had this kind of journals since 2022, I think, and last year I finished quite a few of these daily journals, and I'm going to continue with it this year as well. And I don't do this like every single day. Sometimes it can be like many days in a row. I don't skip anything, but then I also can skip a few days or even a week. And for example, when I'm traveling, I don't use this journal, so I call it daily journal, but it's not like every single day in this journal. And I just like to have a place for different daily ephemera, let's say, where I can put them and have them together, like in one journal. And this one here, this is actually a new edition, and I think I mentioned sometime in one of my videos about previous daily journals. I started to do monthly recaps in photos in one of my daily journals, I think in autumn. First time I did that in September, so I basically printed all my favorite photos of the months and made a spread just with photos, like in the monthly recap with photos. And I also said in some of those videos that I would like to do this kind of spread for every month of the year and have them in one journal together, and then it would be cool to have it in the end of the year, like in one place, and just flip through all those pages and see my year at a glance, like kind of each month of the year, best moments of each month of the year. And that's why I started this insert. So it's not weekly journal even, I think it's kind of more like a monthly journal. I don't know, maybe I will add a few more things here, but the main reason why I started this, because I just wanted to have all those monthly overview spreads in one journal. And in the beginning of this new journal, I made this spread like kind of inspiration for the year. And also this, like a vision board or mood board, just with some nice things and some reminders for myself, like to slow down and enjoy the moment and things like that. So these are not my photos, it's just some stickers that I used here, but the next spread here will be best moments of January. Best photos, first spread with photos, and then I will see maybe if there will be like any special moments, something really special that I want to document a bit more, then maybe I also will do one more spread for the month, like kind of with some very special moments, and like print maybe a few more photos and write down quickly when was it and what exactly was it and why it's special for me. And this insert is quite big. It's the standard insert from Traveler's Company. I think it's white paper. And it has 64 pages, so I definitely have enough space in it for more spreads, not only just one spread per month, but also maybe more if I feel like it. Yeah, but that's the main reason why I started this insert, and I think in the end of the year it will be really cool to flip through it and see all the best moments of the year in one journal. And at least I want to give it a try. I never did something like this, but I want to give it a try. Then I also have this Hobonichi Weeks, and this is actually my first Hobonichi ever. I never used Hobonichi before. I really liked this cover and I wanted to try it out, so I got this Hobonichi Weeks, and to be honest, I don't really know yet what I'm going to do with this one. I was thinking about using it as my gratitude journal. I want to give it a try. Sometime I tried gratitude journaling, but it didn't really work, so I want to give it a try maybe one more time and basically just write down every day at least one or two things that I'm grateful for. I don't know how it will go. I will see. I will let you know if it works or not, but at least I want to give it a try. And this page here, maybe I just will make some collages there or something like that. I don't know yet, to be honest. So let's see how it goes. And this is going to be my gratitude journal. And the last one is this Midori journal. This is like 1 page a day journal, and this one I'm going to use as my personal diary. So I won't show this journal on social media because I want to use it as a personal diary and like basically to have a place to write down some thoughts that I have, something that troubles me, and like also not only good moments. I have the journals for documenting some good moments and something positive, but sometimes I think you also need a place where you can write down some bad things too, something that worries you, something that annoys you. So I'm going to use this in that way, like kind of as my personal diary for everything. Like I'm not going to write here every day. I don't think that I will write here every day. And it's not dated, so I don't have to stick to it like kind of strictly and use 1 page per day. I just will use it when I feel like it, when I feel like I need to write something down. So this is going to be my personal diary, and like I don't know, I will maybe decorate it a little bit with some stickers. I started to use here this dated washi tape, but I don't think that I will decorate it a lot. It's more for writing than for decorating or collaging. And also I forgot about this one. This is my planner. This is like main planner that I have this year, and again it's Hobonichi planner, Hobonichi A6 planner. I used this one last year and it worked really well for me, so I'm going to use it again, and I basically use it for everything. I just write a daily to-do list here. I write here first work-related tasks that I have to do during the day, and then also some personal things that I would like to do, and also use this monthly calendar in the beginning for planning social media content like YouTube videos and Instagram posts. So this is the only planner that I have, and I like to have everything in one place. And for my personal plans, I only use that monthly insert from Travelers Company, mainly because I just want to have a monthly overview of different events and appointments, and because I really like to decorate that insert. So kind of two planners, but this is the main planner. So these are my main journals and planners of this year. These are the ones that I use most often, and now I will show you the rest. So first I have these two. These are my travel journals. This is my main travel journal in regular size, and again I'm going to use this as my main journal. And yeah, I didn't start it yet. I didn't have any trips yet, and I don't have any trips planned in January, so I didn't decorate this insert yet, but I think this will be the one that I'm going to use, this short trip insert. I really like this because it's half size of the standard one, and it doesn't get big and bulky, and it's just more comfortable to use this one. So this is going to be my main travel journal. I also want to use again those accordion fold paper inserts that I showed in previous videos that I really liked. And this is second travel journal. This is passport size. This one will be mainly for short trips. So I also didn't decorate anything yet. I just prepared this insert, and also have this accordion fold paper insert in passport size. Would like to try it out. I haven't tried passport size yet, only regular size. So these are my travel journals. Sometimes I switch the covers and use some other covers, but at the moment I really like these two together. Both are train themed, so these are my travel journals. Then I have this one. This cover is from London Gifties, and I really like this color. And I have here my fantasy journal with fantasy collages. I don't use this journal very often, and I started it, I think, even in the end of 2022, and I'm still using it. And I have here mainly fantasy collages with different book characters, also sometimes some TV series that I liked, and sometimes I write down some quotes, sometimes it's just collages. And I finished a bit more than half of this journal. Yeah, I think that's the middle. So there are still a few pages left, like not too many actually. So I think I will finish this journal this year. And I really like everything fantasy themed. I read a lot of fantasy books, and I just like to make some fantasy themed collages. So when I finish this, I'm going to use this one. Then this notebook I bought last year, in the end of last year when I went to Germany, and I really liked this Lord of the Rings cover, and it's kind of like traveler's notebook. It's a bit smaller, and yeah, it looks really cool, so I think I'm going to use this one as my next fantasy journal. Then I have this too. This is Kathy's journal that I also started, I think, in the end of 2022, or maybe in the beginning of the last year. I think in the beginning of the last year. In this journal I have all my favorite cafes in my town where I live, and also in Sweden in general. My favorite places that I visited, some cafes that I visited also in other cities in Sweden and that I really liked, and where I would like to go again. So the town where I live is not really big, so there are not that many cafes here, and I've been to most of them already. So I decided that I won't limit myself only to my town, but I also will include here other cafes in Sweden, because there are a few cities in Sweden where I go regularly and I already have favorite cafes, not only in my town but also in other cities. So this is basically the place where I journal about all those cafes, print some pictures and stuff like that. And I think now I'm like about halfway through. And I don't know, maybe I will finish this insert this year, maybe not. If I will finish it, then I will start another one. So this is like a collection of my favorite cafes and some restaurants in my town and in Sweden. And this is a tea journal that I started last year, a collection of different kinds of tea that I tried. I'm a huge tea fan. I love tea. I love to try new kinds of tea, and this is basically a place where I keep all the packaging from the tea that I tried and shortly journal about all those different kinds of tea that I've tried, if I liked it or not, if I would like to get it again. And already now I found it very useful because it's really fun to flip through this journal and see which kinds of tea I already tried and which ones I like and which ones maybe I would like to buy again or buy it for someone as a gift or something like that. And I just like to have this journal where I can collect all that beautiful tea packaging, because usually tea packaging is really pretty, like all those bags and boxes, and I've been collecting that stuff for a while, and it was just laying somewhere in the box, and I decided that it would be good to have a place where I can put all that and like just have a journal about tea, because I'm a huge tea fan, so really like this journal and will continue with it this year. I think now I'm also kind of about halfway through this journal, and I will start then a new insert when this one is finished. And this is going to be my new music and concerts journal. Last year I had a ring notebook from Traveler's Company and was using it as my main music journal, and this is basically a place where I want to collect all the memories related to concerts and festivals that I'm going to visit this year. I have already many concerts and festivals plans for this year, so this is going to be a place where I want to keep all the memories about those concerts, like tickets, for example, print out some photos and stuff like that. Basically also do exactly the same as I did last year, because I really love to go to concerts and festivals, and music and concerts, it's a very big part of my life, and I really like to have a dedicated journal or album where I can keep all those memories. So this is going to be my new music journal. And the last category of journals that I want to show you is, these are my long-term projects, how I call them, and I will show these journals in this video again. I've been showing this also last year and some of them year before, and these are the journals that I don't plan to finish anytime soon. It could take me years to finish these journals, and this is okay. This is like just some of those things that I just like to have, like to use from time to time, but I don't plan to finish them anytime soon. And first I want to mention my black and white journal, which I put now in this cover, but I think I will put it somewhere else. I think somewhere I have a black traveler's notebook, so would fit better. This is my black and white journal that I started last year in April, and basically April was the only month when I used it, so I made this in April, I think in the beginning of April, and since then I didn't touch this journal at all. So as you can see, these are only pages that I made in it. Somehow I kind of got a bit burned out because I had a black and white journal for like about a year or even more, a bit bigger size, and then I finished it in 2022, and I really liked that journal, and I started a new one right away, and I think it was a mistake because I kind of got tired from making this black and white collages, and this journal was just laying around almost all last year, and I didn't touch it, but I don't lose hope to get back to it sometime. I still like this journal, I still like black and white collages, but I think I just needed a break from it, and hopefully this year I will continue with it, but if not, it can stay on the shelf a bit longer, and at some point I will finish it. Same is with this journal. This one I started in 2022, and I called it Countries Journal, and the idea was to make a collage dedicated to each country of the world. And when I started with this journal, I was really excited about it. I really liked to make these collages kind of inspired by some things from specific country, like this is Sweden, for example. And I really liked to make this first few collages in it, and then same as with black and white journal, I think I kind of got tired of it, and last year I didn't make anything new in it, I think, or maybe like one new collage. I still like this journal and I still like this idea, and like I'm not sure if I really will make a collage dedicated to every single country of the world, but at least I would like to finish this insert and make collages dedicated at least to those countries that I have been to. And it's still quite a few that are missing in this journal. So yeah, this is another long-term project, and like I don't plan to finish it anytime soon. Same as with this journals, I've been showing this already quite a few times, and I will say it again that I just like to have these journals, like to make something new in them sometimes, but I don't do it very often. Sometimes I just don't have time for it, and for this kind of journals I need some special mood. So this is my Middle-earth journal, or Tolkien journal, dedicated to my favorite author of all times, and his books, mainly everything related to the Middle-earth. And I made a few new pages in this journal last year, but not too many, and there is still a lot that I want to include here, and I just like to include here everything related to Middle-earth, to the characters, to the books, write down my favorite quotes, also some artworks, postcards, stickers and stuff like that. Same with this journal. This is a very similar one to this one, but it's dedicated to Brandon Sanderson and his books. Also, it's a collection of different things related to his books, like my favorite quotes, some artworks that I got, postcards, stickers and stuff like that. And like as you can see, I started with this journal and I made a few pages in it, and I want to continue with it, and I'm going to continue with it this year, but I don't know how long it will take me to finish this journal. I don't have any specific plan or like time pressure. I think it still will be with me for quite a few years. Also, same with this one. This one is in my Alice in Wonderland journal, which I started at least 5 years ago. And same as with this too, I just collect here everything related to Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland was one of the first books that I've read myself when I learned to read, and I love this book, I love this story, and I read it every year at least once. And I collect different editions of Alice in Wonderland books, and I also made this journal still when I lived in Germany. I don't use it very often, don't make new pages in it very often, just when I have a special mood for it, so I think it still will take me a while to finish this journal, but I really love it. And the last one, also another long-term project, I think. This one was a gift from my friend Natasha last year in the advent calendar that we make for each other every year. This was one of the gifts, her handmade journal that she made for me. And I really love this journal, really love this vintage style, all this coffee dyed pages and book pages, and it looks really great. And I started this journal already, and I made some new pages in it also last year in 2023, some collages, but also I don't use it very often, and I don't think that I will finish it this year. It's also one of those special journals that I just like to take time sometimes when I have a specific mood and just make something in it. And I want to stick to the style of this journal and make some kind of like this kind of vintagey collages, maybe also collect some quotes here, mostly travel related quotes, and just make some nice collages in this vintage style. And as you can see, it's quite a big journal, quite chunky, so it will take me a while to finish it, but yeah, as I said, that's one of those special journals that I like to use sometimes, just from time to time. I like to have it, but I also don't think that I will finish this journal this year, but I'm going to make something new in it, definitely. And I think that's it. That's all the journals that I have and that I use now. So I have 7 journals which are like main lineup, 7 main journals that I use very often on daily or weekly basis, and all the rest just additional journals. And I think only my travel journals also belong to that kind of like regular lineup. So every time when I go somewhere, I journal about all my trips. So travel journals are also the journals that I use regularly. All the rest, it's just sometimes from time to time when I have a mood for it, when I want to do something else. I really like to have these different kinds of journals, because like that I just don't get bored with my journals. I know that I have many different things to work on, and always there is something different that I can do. So that's why I like to have this kind of journals, this long-term projects, because it's something special for me, and thanks to these journals I don't get bored, and yeah, I always can find something to do. Yeah, I think that's it for this video. I actually didn't count how many journals I have. Now I will count them when I will take a picture of all of them together, like for the cover for the video. So I will count them, but now I just didn't count them, and I think it doesn't really matter, because these journals I'm not going to finish this year, and I don't think that I will be using them very often. So I will take a picture of all of them together and will write them in the description how many journals I have, like how many journals I started. My main lineup are those that I showed in the beginning of the video. So I hope this video was interesting for you, and that maybe you found some new ideas for the journals that you can start this year, you can try this year. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next videos. Bye!